All right, now let's jump over to the one that everybody's talking about, guys. SAG AFTRA. Will they or won't they? Well, with just a few hours to go before the current contract expiring, that's right, I said just a few hours to go, y'all. It ends at midnight tonight unless they can come up with some sort of a change. So, oh my goodness, I just don't even know what to do. They are, though, both sides are considering extending negotiations until next week or slightly later. The extension could run until July 7th, and we are hearing from multiple sources that they're hard at work trying to make that happen. The contract, as I said, expires today at midnight Pacific time. This also would make sense given the most Hollywood will be out of town for a long Hollywood weekend, so they're trying to extend that bad boy. There are dozens of rumors flying around the picket lines and Beverly Hills lunch spots. There's talk that SAG AFTRA isn't as close to a deal as the video by Fran Drescher and Duncan Crabtree Ireland suggested. And some are also saying that the DGA has been trying to encourage SAG AFTRA leadership to take a deal rather than strike. So what? I don't know.
It's kind of crazy. And I mean, after it emerged that over 300 actors had written to SAG AFTRA leadership that they were prepared to strike if the guild doesn't even get anywhere. So that is very interesting. Now, during the talks with the studios, the number of actors signing the letter has more than tripled. Now, sources reveal that the letter has now been signed by over 1,000 actors, including Hollywood A-listers like Charlize Theron, Joaquin Phoenix, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kobe Smulders, and Pedro Pascal, as well as, curiously, SAG AFTRA president Fran Drescher.
What?
She's trying to play both sides here, and it's been very interesting to see how she's approaching this whole thing.
Oh, without doubt.
Other names recently added include Quintina Brunson, Glenn Close, Jennifer Lawrence, Mark Ruffalo, Meryl Streep, Ben Stiller, Paul Giamatti, Bradley Whitford, Rose Byrne, Olivia Wilde, Ewan McGregor, Audrey Plaza, Rooney Mara, and Sarah Paulson.
Man.
Like I said, a lot of Hollywood A-listers. Given that Drescher is essentially leading the charge during these negotiations with the AMPTP, I got to take that one slow. Alongside chief negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland, her signature is an interesting move, though. Having said that, Drescher drove the membership to a strike authorization vote, saying acting careers are at stake. Her signature also comes after SAG AFTRA's two leading political factions have joined forces to form a unity slate to endorse her re-election and the re-election of Secretary Treasurer Jolie Fisher.
I mean,
sense while she's trying to play both sides.
That should tell you everything, though. If you guys follow this show or you guys are just familiar with it at all, those two sides are at war constantly. So it's gotten so bad that they've actually joined forces and agree on something. What the fuck? That should tell you everything you need to know. But if you want to know what the letter said, the letter that was signed by 1,000+ A-listers, here it is. It reads, quote, "Solidarity demands honesty, and we need to make clear our resolve. A strike brings incredible hardships to so many, and no one wants it, but we are prepared to strike if it comes to that. And we are concerned by the idea that SAG-AFTRA members may be ready to make sacrifices that leadership is not. We hope you've heard the message from us. This is an unprecedented inflection point in our industry, and what might be considered a good deal in any other years is simply not enough. This is not a moment to meet in the middle, and it's not an exaggeration, to say that the eyes of history are all on us. We ask that you push for the change we need and protections we deserve and make history doing it. If you are not able to get all the way there, we ask that you use the power given to you by us, the membership, and join the WGA on the picket lines." SAG-AFTRA declined to comment on the letter. Not surprised.
No, not surprised at all. Well, one thing is really clear, though. If SAG-AFTRA calls for a strike either at midnight Pacific time or sometime next week during the holiday weekend, there would be a huge ramification for the entertainment industry. the majority of scripted TV series already have been shut down as a result of the writer's strike. Now, if the actors walk, there would be more casualties in this industry. The large number of US series are shooting abroad, particularly in the UK and Europe, and those who would also be shutting down. Largely have been out of the glare of picket signs are up now. Now, in the US, the fall broadcast schedule, which already has been crushed by the writer's strike, would be impacted further. A SAG AFTRA strike also would be expected to hit unscripted, which has started to pick up after the slowdown of the writer's strike. So all of this stuff is going mad right now. Many broadcast shows are hosted and executively produced by WGA and SAG AFTRA talent. And we've heard from a handful of game shows and competition shows that have been forced to delay production as some actors are unwilling to cross those picket lines. By no surprise, this thing is going to keep on moving forward until the Producers Guild just kind of tries to meet in the middle.
Oh yeah. But it's not just television, y'all. A full-on SAG-AFTRA strike would definitely mean a shutdown of feature films in Hollywood also, worldwide. Despite streaming executives' swagger about being prepared for the WGA strike and their ability to weather it, prolonged SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes trigger fear in the hearts of motion picture suits. Trust me, there's no way they're not trembling right now. The Q4 theatrical release calendar would become basically a desert. Nothing, guys. Empty. Barren. Currently, there are no plans by the major studios to move 2023 titles into 2024. As a result of the WGA strike, a domino effect was triggered for Disney, which delayed the release of several movies, some from deep into 2026 and beyond, as scripts weren't ready. For instance, Avengers Kang Dynasty going to May 2nd, 2025 to May 1st, 2026, and Avengers Secret Wars heading from May 1st, 2026 to May 7th, 2027. So, how does it affect indie filmmakers like ourselves? Well, SAG-AFTRA has been fielding inquiries and applications for interim agreements and waivers for the past few weeks, but won't actually grant them until the current contract expires, which raises a major question in talks are extended. Does tonight remain the official end of the current contract, or does the official end date move to the next deadline? It's a big issue for productions such as ours looking to start in the coming months. Indie productions will absolutely no connection with any producers or companies involved with the producers, could theoretically carry their waivers to financiers and bond companies who could theoretically accept them. But, guys, that's highly unlikely because hyped up activity on the picket lines. There's a production risk if actors who can work don't want to cross. Even bigger issues for productions in the U.S. are the Teamsters, which we've been reporting on. They haven't been willing to cross the WGA picket lines, even if actors will. So that affects everything, guys. We have SAG-eligible actors and actors that hope to one day join the union attached to our film. We can't get a waiver from SAG-AFTRA for our non-union film. Currently, they're not doing it. And we don't want to put in jeopardy our actors who might someday want to join the union, because SAG-AFTRA has made it clear that if you cross the line and go to work for any production during a strike, they're going to ask you if you did, and they're all but saying you're not getting in the union if you did. So that's all kinds of fucked up, guys. I don't even know what to think about it, but we're for sure going to keep you updated because this is fluid and it's moving, and we just don't know, guys. It's unprecedented.
Yeah, it's really interesting, too, because I'm sure, as a lot of people have been seeing on our social media, we just brought in a whole bunch of new interns, new people into the company that, you know, they come in on a film and television production company, but they came in at a really bad time because we're kind of at a halt because of these strikes. So we have to, you know, keep them motivated in a way that, you know, this is just part of it. You have to weather the storm just to get to where you want to be. So, I mean, it is a good learning experience, but then at the face of it, you're like, sorry, my bad. But, you know, it's just one of those things we can't control. But, I mean, we have to give a shout out to all the newbies, everybody who's a part of Crazy Ant Media and all their social media platforms, because they've been killing it right now. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But, yeah, it's definitely something that impacts everybody in the entertainment industry, from the very biggies to us indie guys down here. So it's kind of crazy.